Welcome. Thank you all for coming this morning. It's a pleasure to have such a fantastic speaker today, and welcome to our distinguished guests. We had someone from Bristol, which is fantastic, and he represents such a great company as well. So our speaker today, Marianna Marks, I've known her for a few months now, and I was so impressed by her previous talk that I had to invite her to come here this morning. And I'm sure you all benefit from what she has to say. And she has such a wealth of experience, which is fantastic. So without further ado, could I please welcome Marianna Marks. Welcome, Marianna.
Hello there. I'm Marianna Marks from Namibia Communications. Today I'd like to talk to you about 50 Shades and how you can use that as part of your marketing communications. Now, let me just start by saying that I did not read the books. I do not own a 50 Shades of anything book, but I can't ignore the fact that it's definitely very much a phenomenon, and it's something that we need to be aware about, and consequently, how can we use that as part of our marketing mix. So I'm going to be referring to some of the numbers just to make sure that I get them correct. Basically, if you think about the movie less than 50 days ago, it was launched on February 10th, it came out just before Valentine's Day, so the timing was quite opportune. And the film within the first 3 days made $48.2 million US. Globally, that translated between 150 to 152 million US dollars. So, just looking at the figures, we're talking about worldwide box office figures round about 375 million US dollars. So obviously it's a massive financial gain for Universal, but now let's talk about how they've promoted that particular film and what we should be aware of. Universal used a virtual reality startup to do the 360-degree ad of the ballroom, because they wanted to take the particular promotion of this film beyond YouTube and Twitter and things and Facebook. So Omnivert was tasked with this job to promote, to do a 360 virtual reality ad. It's the first time they've done this particular way of promoting a film, and it resulted in an uplift, which is a technical term of what we say in marketing speak. Uplift of 10 times, so in other words 10 times what they would have expected it to do, and also it meant that people were engaging with that particular piece of content for an average of 2 minutes on their mobile devices. Now that's the first time that's happened, and consequently it's obviously quite a flag bearer for other adverts and promotions and stuff, so expect to see a lot more of that soon. We're also going to be talking about some of the trends that's very hot on marketing for 2017, and one of them is very much virtual reality. Interestingly, or not surprisingly, considering the theme of 50 Shades, we're looking at huge rises in, what shall we say, call them adult toys. There was an increase of around 50% to 62% online, and in Denmark, literally within a month, the number of items which would be classed under one which dominant sale, messages and submission doubled. So I'm not really sure why we're using Denmark as a particular example, but this is the example Forbes used, so that's what I'm going with it. So if we think about how that translates into a number of industries, one of the really obvious things which has a long-held association with sexuality and the use of sexual innuendo in selling products is the food industry. And obviously one of the best companies is Marks & Spencer's. You just have to imagine, you just have to look at the way in which it was filmed, it makes you salivate, it makes you want it, and really that is what sexual arousal does. So now let's have a little look. Marks & Spencer's now has a channel on YouTube called M&S Food Hall. Interestingly enough, there's quite a number of videos. If I did a specific search, and I found on YouTube that there are 339 results for M&S Food Hall. but about 18 to 20 videos specifically tagged with that hashtag. And if you do a search on Google, you find about 294,000 items with those tags attached. So why should we care? If you click on an M&S food ad, Morrison's paid for the spot to appear on the front end of it, mimicking very much the similar sort of theme, but it's Morrison's. So Marks and Spencer's are owning the thing, but all the others are jumping on the bandwagon. Can you blame them? So if you do a search for #people, it is by far the #1 thing to search for. So if you go on Instagram, there is something like about 150 million public posts with the #people. So, and this is on a single day. And if I did it again today, it would probably be even higher. So the reality is people are using it, they are branding it, they are filming it in that way, they're presenting it that way because they understand that sync sells, they want to use it and they want to share that market. So, and I think interestingly, what Marks and Spencer's did particularly well is that they make food the hero. So they changed the way in which we look at food. The lighting is quite dark, it's ambient, it's all synonymous with the environment in which you would think really essential experience. And then recently, Time Incorporated launched a new publication called Well Done. And this publication is digital only. So, question mark for me is this the trend of things to come? And I'd say watch the space, but that one was launched on the 3rd of March. So that's very, very recent. And then, if you think about the cosmetics industry, if you have a look at the way in which the cosmetics industry has moved, it's very, obviously, things like hygiene is very important to the cosmetics industry because after all this is stuff that you put on your skin, so you want to make sure that the products are clean, that they're safe. And if you do a specific, look at a number of key brands that's relaunched in recent months, you just have to think Maybelline. Maybelline owns about this company called L2, and they run a number of indexes, and these indexes tracks products for design very clean white background, also thinking about potatoes, and then there was another newcomer called Smashbox, and Smashbox is not a brand that I'm familiar with, but what they've done is they've used user feedback and placed the products only where users want to see them. So that is obviously gearing their whole approach, their whole search thing about what people want and what they're looking for. And then going back to the medical industry, there was a company that launched the first artificial intelligence sex bot very recently. And if you now do a search on YouTube, there are instructions on how to build your own 3D printed companion. So I think that's quite interesting. But closer to home, obviously going back to the whole sort of 50 Shades trend, there is a company called Love Honey. Love Honey is a company is based in Bath. And Elio, the author of 50 Shades, is also based in Bath. So clever people at Love Honey approached Elio James and got the exclusive rights to license the products. And they now are able to license and sell 50 Shades products, adult products. And they call it, obviously, the sexual happiness range. First thing, obviously, this particular company wanted to take an industry that was traditionally associated with something a bit sleazy and make it more mainstream aimed at couples, and obviously making products that people didn't want to talk about, because one of the things that they found is that the couples that they spoke to, having a discussion around introducing toys within a relationship was one of the sort of key things that they didn't want to do. So obviously they do a lot of consumer research, and so they're trying to, with the approach that they're looking at how can they make this more acceptable, socially acceptable, both the design and the promotion, etc. The important thing about obviously this company, the company is doing really, really well. This company is manufacturing these products in the UK. You know, in my business, I represent companies who tech-driven companies who manufacture products. And that's the whole point as to why I'm interested. Because what does it mean for companies that I represent, for example, in the medical industry? Now, we spoke about virtual reality, we spoke about 3D printed cosmetics industry, we spoke about the food industry. All these products are manufactured, and a lot of them are manufactured in this country. So how do you take these trends for this very sensual way of promoting stuff and turn it to our advantage? So say, for example, you're a campaign company. How can you take 50 Shades and make your product interesting? Some really good examples. For example, there's a guy who's a chemical engineer, and what he did is to try and capitalize on this particular trend for people searching for 50 Shades. Is he created products and he hid them in books, and he did a sort of hide and go seek adventure thing. There's quite a popular food blog called 50 Shades of Kale. I didn't imagine that you want 50 Shades of Kale, but the fact is it exists, and it's you know, it's very big on Pinterest, it's quite good on Instagram, it's very visual, and obviously it was in keeping in the theme. And then if you think to yourself, well, you know, if for example, if we're going back to that sort of cafe family, you know, I wouldn't necessarily say the way I sing is necessarily that appealing, but I would imagine you can use some of the themes. It's quite suggestive, cupcakes are quite sexy, you know, they're quite tangible, they're things, you know, there's a lot that you can do with it. The packaging, you can maybe the box, ribbons, do all that sort of stuff in the 50s, you know, the shades, and then maybe make the cupcakes and sell license, and then like a pink shade or some baby blue shade or something, which is, obviously works with great. But also I think the thing is, you know, 50 Shades, people who say yes, it's a fact, and yes, sex is something we all know, and why should we care, it's, you know, it's the oldest thing in the book. But the point is, it's the oldest thing in the book because it works, and if it works, why are we not using it? And I think really that's the key thing about this, is don't think sex and actual body-to-body type stuff. Sex in terms of the promise of something which is pleasing, then you make something which is fairly boring and make it interesting. And the reality is, yes, you can. You just have to apply a slightly different way of thinking. So what I'd like you to take away from today is, first of all, this huge number of growth in a number of these key markets. Medical devices grows an average, a consistent average every single year. Cosmetics industry is growing, beauty industry is growing, the sexual happiness industry is growing. It's expected to grow to 42 billion by 2020, which is a huge amount. And if you think yourself as something, I think it works, it translates to something like about $6 billion worth of growth. Now, why are we not capitalizing on that? $6 billion within the next 3 years is a lot of money. So if you've got a product or service or something that can fit in with that, if you're a medical product device, and you sensor device manufacturer, or you do 3D printing, or do virtual reality, these markets are growing. So think about how you can apply your service.
Fabulous. Thank you very much.